Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your second half of April 2019 reading. I just want to say hello to whoever is drawn to this video, and I hope that whatever answers you are seeking, you get some guidance or insight into those things. This is a general reading, and what that means for you guys, as many of you probably know, it's impossible for me to read for every Taurus that is here on YouTube, so this is a general reading. That means that this reading may or may not resonate with you. It depends on where you're at on your own journey, and also how you're moving through the energy and processing things. So, if this reading does not resonate with you, please check out the readings for your moon, Venus, and rising signs, as you may find answers within those readings. Very often, sometimes your sun sign reading might not align with what's going on with you currently. But I also want to say hello to the cross watchers. I think cross watchers are so interesting. I'm totally a cross watcher. I'll admit to it. I think it's an interesting group of people. It's I think I would absolutely get along well with all of the cross watchers. So I have to tell you, Taurus, I decided I was going to read for you guys next, and I don't know, I just started feeling very light and relaxed. It's like a very giggly sort of energy, and it's fun energy to be in, honestly. It's not one that I'm used to. So it's interesting. I'm a Scorpio. So Taurus is sort of like, you know, my opposing sign, basically, my opposite. And so I don't know, this feels very different from Scorpio energy. It's very up and playful. So hopefully you guys are experiencing this, or if you're not now, hopefully that's a sign for what's to come for you for the second half of this month. So let's see if we can get the cards to just see what comes out for Taurus the second half of April 2019. What will you show me for Taurus second half of April 2019? I think there are a couple of cards underneath. There we go. Okay. So we did have a card come out here. Okay. So, first card out for you guys is the Ace of Pentacles. Can you get that to focus? It's upright. So again, this represents a new opportunity. Typically, this is around your career or money, finances, but it can often sometimes also point to notions of manifesting abundance in your life, sort of having a wealthy life that's all-encompassing of things which include money, but is not just exclusive to money. The next card out is the Three of Cups in reverse. And, well, I don't really have anything that is positive about the Three of Cups in reverse, for me, personally, as a reader. There are some cards that I just feel like when they come out upright, it means so much. It means so much good. And when it's reversed, even if it's not that bad of a thing, it seems really bad in comparison to the card upright. This is one of those for me. But the Three of Cups in reverse is, you know, this can be the cheating card. This can mean like, this is the third party energy you hear every reader talk about. Yeah, it's not good. It can also, for me, you know, the Three of Cups, when it's upright, it's very much about like celebration. And so when it's reversed, it's like too much celebration. It's someone who's really like either drinking a lot or partying a lot. And maybe that's you, because if you were going out and really like going hardcore, that might explain sort of the energy. I think that you might really be enjoying this right now, because I didn't feel, or so far, like the energy hasn't felt like it's coming from a depressed place where it's like you're super depressed and so you're trying to numb yourself by going out. But no, this is like you're really actually having fun going out. The next card out is the Knight of Cups upright. So this knight is like super charming and flirty, and is very attractive. Very like attractive individual. And it's usually someone who's a bit younger. It could be younger compared to you, or if you are a young person, it could just mean that they are young compared to the rest of the people in the world, that they are young. So they might be around your age, but a younger energy. This came out along with the Knight of Swords, which is also upright. So it's interesting having the two knights come out together. The Knight of Swords is sort of like the very intelligent type A personality. This person who is super ambitious, and they are very motivated by their goals, and they meet their goals and they're proud of that, and they're very intelligent and quick-witted. It feels like, you know, I'm going to look at this ace as just like a new start or a new beginning. This is a love reading. And because of the other cards that came out, having the Three of Cups with the Knight of Cups, you know, this is definitely going to be a love reading. So it seems like maybe you've met someone recently. And again, like the thing with general readings is that the energy can be reversed. So for some of you, when I describe the Knight of Cups, you might have thought like, oh, that's me. That's how I am. For others, when they heard how I described the Knight of Cups, they felt like I was talking about the other person that they're watching this video thinking about. And for cross-watchers, it gets a little confusing because, you know, keep in mind you're getting advice, you're hearing the advice being given to someone else, and so you really have to think through on the energies to try to make sense of who these people are and which of these is actually you, okay? But I feel like there has been this like meeting of two people, and this could be any combination, male or female, mix and match how you want. But energetically, there are these two people. One of them is like super romantic and super flirty and very romantic and is just this very sort of like charismatic type of person. This other person is definitely a bit more serious, and they're definitely someone who's very much in their mind, and they are a deep thinker. And they're super, super ambitious. They have big dreams and big goals, and they're the type of person that you feel like they will succeed at whatever they do. I'm going to switch decks here. Yeah, and I feel like these two people have just been like living it up. I mean, it's like, I'm seriously just feeling like a hardcore partying. And I'm still getting this like cheater vibe. And so I almost feel like maybe, Taurus. Okay, there's two ways this can go. Neither of them are good. One, Taurus, is that you're involved in a relationship and you are having an affair with someone else. Or there's this person who you are involved with, Taurus. If you're a single Taurus, you are involved with someone and they are in a relationship. And I don't know for sure if you know that yet or not. So I want to see if I can get some information about that. Just about this Three of Cups in reverse. Like, what exactly is going on with the Three of Cups in reverse for Taurus? I just, I'm going to shuffle twice. Usually when I am paused like that and told to shuffle, I will take the top and bottom cards as my clarifiers. Okay, so, wow, okay. Okay, so this is so interesting. Okay, so this is definitely a third party situation because the first card out clarifying my question about the Three of Cups in reverse was another knight. You guys, there's the other person. Wow, okay. And then the other card that came out with that, it's the Ten of Swords in reverse. Okay, so for sure there's some cheating going on here. And I feel like if it's not known already, then it's definitely going to be known soon. Okay, so basically, let's talk about the Knight of Pentacles. So we have, again, a third knight coming out. The Knight of Pentacles is someone who is pretty... I don't want to use the word boring. They're not boring, but they're just very stable, hardworking, productive, predictable people who they thrive in places where they have like routine. Okay, so I can see how that night with either of these two knights, it's not going to be a good match. You know, this knight wants to be romanced like crazy and wants to have like this big, huge, dream-like relationship, and this one wants to be like the best of the best and have the partner who's the best of the best and is so driven. And this person is just like, I just want a normal, calm life. I don't want anything that I don't already have. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all, but it's not a match for either of these two energies. Like neither of these couples would really work. So these two are much more of a better match, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's like, we're all adults, and I feel like if you're going to cheat, then you should, as soon as possible, once you know that this is a connection and that you're willing to leave this person for this other new person, once you get to that space, be above board with what's going on. I have to get something to drink. That was so weird. It felt like my throat was honestly closing. It's like you don't want to have to say what you know you have to say. Okay, so the Ten of Swords reversed. This is like an inevitable end. It's like when the card is upright, it's like a painful ending that's attached to sort of like this idea of like a betrayal or some sort of crisis or huge loss, right? Like that's what the Ten of Swords upright means. When you reverse it, it can speak to like getting over that sort of pain. Depends on what's with it, right? And so in this sort of energy, I don't feel like this is something that has happened already. I think that these two have met already. I think that they have found this connection and they're having a lot of fun. But I don't know if this knight is aware of this yet, okay? So I don't feel like it's a recovery from this. So instead of that, the energy that I get from this is really more about whichever of these knights is involved with this knight, you know what's going to happen. You know you're going to leave this person. You know you're going to choose this person. but you're like so hesitant to actually admit that. Not only like to them, but to yourself. Like you're just really, ooh, you're just okay. So guys, I'm still trying to just get some information, and I wanted to get some information about this other night to see what I can say about that, and just make sure there's nothing under this. Okay, so first card that came out was Temperance in reverse. So Temperance is Sagittarius energy, or Sagittarius is represented by that card, and I feel like this, what I'm getting from this card more than anything else is just, it's reconfirming that the relationship between this Knight of Pentacles and whichever of these knights is involved with him, this is not a good relationship. It's so mismatched. It's so out of balance. They're so not aligned to each other. And I think they're both really unhappy, but they genuinely do care about each other. And so, because there is a sincere affection for one another that exists, they're both reluctant to just tell the other one, like, this isn't working for me. This is not making me happy. I don't feel like I'm not getting what I need out of this relationship. But I'm too scared to tell you that because I don't want to hurt you, because I do love you. That energy is always tough. That energy is so tough to deal with, because it's like you get into your head and you're like, I'm willing to risk having this connection with this person because I know that I have this and it's not perfect and it's not what I really want, but I know that I have it. And I'm scared to let this go and to not have this person anymore, because I know someone is going to be really happy to find them, but then I won't have them anymore. And if you don't work out, then I'm left all alone. Everyone gets to be happy but me, basically, right? Yeah, and it's tough because, you know, you have to decide whether you're going to follow your heart or your head. I was really focused on the Knight of Cups just then when that card came out. So I'm just going to go through one more time and see if we get any other clarifiers on the Knight of Cups. Gosh, I feel like I'm trying to put together some sort of like, I mean, I actually just gasped there. Like, that was hard to say. I'm just going to slide those down. Oh my God. Okay. This is crazy. So you have the Ten of Wands coming out with the Knight of Swords in reverse, you guys. What is the deal with all these, like, this is like confirmation of this Knight of Swords. I mean, it literally is like right underneath him. Okay, so let's there's a third card, but I just want to start with these. So Ten of Wands came out upright. This again is a Sagittarius energy on this card, and I feel like for sure probably the Knight of Swords might be a Sagittarius, which would mean this knight would be you, Taurus. And then I would say this Knight of Swords was to confirm the Knight of Cups. So that's so confusing, and it's reversed. So the Knight of Swords, when it's reversed, it's a very sort of like impulsive and restless energy. It's very chaotic. It's not very like focused at all. It's someone who's like a bit out there. So I feel like this is saying like the Knight of Swords coming out reversed. I feel like that's pointing to this relationship. So the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles, I would say those two are the ones that are currently in a relationship. I would say that the Knight of Cups is you, Taurus, and most likely the Knight of Swords is a Sagittarius. Now, don't get hung up on the signs if the story itself is resonating with you, but the person is just not a Sagittarius. I'm not saying they have to be, but I'm saying this is what the cards are saying. I feel like it's saying that the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords have to end, this ending. Because when the Knight of Swords is with the Knight of Pentacles, the energy's reversed, and it goes upright when he's with this Knight of Cups. Okay? So then the third card that came out, we have the Four of Swords in reverse. Focused? Yeah. Okay, so the Four of Swords in reverse, it's done. It's over. It is stagnant and unmoving. It's just this energy of like exhaustion. And I feel like that is where this relationship is. Like the relationship between the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. It feels so heavy and unhappy. And it's nothing like the energy that I felt at the beginning. But I do want to say this, especially for cross watchers. These two knights, they are such a good match. And they really are a lot of fun together. And I don't think they'll stay in this sort of like going all out all the time, being really extra sort of like energy. But right now, that's what it feels like. And it's such a good thing for this night because this relationship that exists but it needs to stop, is exhausting, and there's no fun or joy left in it at all. It's heavy energy. So yeah, like going back to the Ace of Pentacles, you absolutely need to like take this chance on each other. Absolutely, if you're considering leaving someone for someone else and your relationship, you know that it's not working and you're not happy. If you're not happy in this relationship and you are happy in this one, you have to choose your happiness. Your happiness has to be the number one thing. If you are, here's the thing. I think most of you are actually this Knight of Cups. This is where I put Taurus. Yes, this person that you've met they are so well matched to you. And I do think that they will ultimately choose to end this relationship. Because we have the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Wands showing up, both cards pointing to an ending, the completion of a cycle. And it's so imbalanced between the two of them. There's no way for them to ever make it work. It's done. It's done, done, done. And if you're this person, this Knight of Pentacles, don't even worry about this because this energy, this Knight of Swords, it's not a good match. It's not a good match. And there's someone who is better for you that's just waiting for you to get out of this. So like, yeah, if I saw anyone being really hurt by this, I would give different advice, but I think the only way that anyone's going to get hurt is if these two people just aren't honest. They're already being dishonest with each other and not sharing and not like really communicating how they feel. So my advice is to stop doing that. Talk to each other. Be honest about how you're feeling and what you need and what you think about your relationship and whether or not it can continue or should continue. But you have to follow your heart. You have to trust this connection. This connection is how you know. It is literally a feeling from inside you towards this other person. That's how you can trust it. And you should trust it. So Taurus, I think that's it. I don't really want to do anything else in terms of clarifying. This was a fun reading, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you liked it, please subscribe to the channel and make sure you click the bell notification icon so that you get alerts when new videos are put out. Also give the video a thumbs up. And if any of this resonated with you, or if you have any questions, or if you have any suggestions about the reading or any feedback at all, I would love to hear from you. So just put all of that into the comments. I would love to hear if any of this resonated with you guys, because it is a really awkward place to be in, but there's so much good. There's so much potential for good if everyone can just be honest. It's like everyone needs to sort of go their own way. And it's supported by the cards that this needs to end. This needs to come to a close, and then new beginnings can start. Awesome. I will see you, Taurus, wonderful Taurus people, for the next reading, which will be for the first half of May. And thank you so much for watching.